Alright, this is Caleb I. Thanks for joining us here on MillenialZ as we do a walkthrough of the Westmead storyline. So our last video we walked through the Haunted Burrow and took our time kind of going on the ins and outs and how to navigate the thing. And this time we're going to go through Westmead. So Westmead is definitely definitely a lot easier, I think, than the Haunted Burrow. There is a maze, granted, but it's not quite as confusing as the Haunted Burrow is. But so you can go to Westmead without any introduction, and there's a few quests just kind of laying around, kind of like there are here, that you can pick up. But there is a main storyline, and that storyline starts with Bingo Boffin. And I'd like to know, I didn't do the research myself, but I'd like to know if Bingo Boffin is somewhere, anywhere mentioned in Tolkien's work. I know Boffin sounds familiar, but Bingo Boffin is just a bit comical and kind of funny. So, not to mention that, but he looks kind of like Tweedledee or Tweedledum. I mean, you know, I'm not hating on the Hobbits here. I love the Hobbits and I love the Shire. This guy kind of this guy's kind of freaking me out. Alright, but anyway, let's get going here. We're going to do the part 1, Frightful Tales to Curl the Hair on Your Toes. And again, this is all a fall festival event, you know, got a bit of a Halloween feel to it, and definitely got some neat features to it. So here we are. We've got, you know, I'm not going to read all of this, but, you know, hello, I see you've taken the time to celebrate the Harvest Fest and so on. He's like, hey, my cousin brought her children to play. You need to join in, and so on. So here we are. We're going to go through and help Priska Boffin with Scary Dreams, Camellia Boffin with Boffin for Apples. No pun intended, right? We're going to help Esmeralda Boffin with Fear Not to Dance, and Dinadus does not. So I don't know if Dinadus, but that's a heck of a lot of festival tokens here, so that'll be a good run. All right, so let me take off some of these extra. I just rolled this character. Let me take off some of these extra quests here, so they're not all crowding everything up. And let's go check out here what we've got going on. So this is a High Elf Warden. I rolled it so that I could do festival quests with my son. So definitely need some festival gear because he's rocking the you know, first age weapon and armor, looking kind of raggedy there. Although I do like it for what it is, but you know, just kind of not fitting in the crowd. That's for sure. So here's Priska. All right, let's see what she's got going on. We need to find Barilak Boffin. Okay. Now again, I've not done this a whole lot, so bear with me here. But it looks like he's hanging out in this direction. I've only done the intro a few times. So again, this is a warden. So if you look at what's going on down here, I've got the different skill sets. I use these different combinations to build gambits, and then those gambits are used. Those gambits that are used to do different types of skills. It's a bit more complex than, you know, running a hunter. Everything's a bit more straight up, but I did want to give it a shot. I've rolled a warden a few times, but just wanted to give it a shot again. All right, so here we have Barilak doing very much, you know, a hobbit thing here, passed out, sleeping in the grass on a nice fall day, sun setting. But he looks a bit, I don't know. You been drinking? I don't know. Partying hard? All right, hello. I'm not going to read all that. You guys can do the quest and read it. Let's check it out here. I'm going to wake him up. Oh, hi there. I was just taking a quick nap before the festival gets underway. Okay, all right. Oh, it was all innocent fun. Okay, all right. I thought he was one of those hobbits that passed out drunk in the field. So, cool. We talked to him. He's going back to bed, though. Let him sleep in his hobbit slumber. Wonderful. All right, let's head back to Priska. See what she's got going on here. Kind of looking down at my phone, making sure I'm not missing any chat. So I only have the one monitor yet. So if I'm missing any comments, forgive me. All right, we're going to finish that up. Oh, check it out. Ding, level 6. Forgot how annoying it was running a new character with all the tooltips. Okay, so she's good. You'll see the timer is 2 months, 29 days. So this whole storyline you can only do once per festival season, then you're done. You can do it again next year, but it's not one of the ones that you can do daily or a few times a day. All right, so she's good to go. Here's Dynatus up here. Let's check out what he's going on. Dynatus does not. What does he not do? Oh, looks like he doesn't like haunted houses. All right, guy. Yeah, you know, I completed that, so I should be good to go. Again, the whole point of rolling this character was to run the Haunted Burrow. So you see in red here, if you're going to do the Westmead storyline, you have to have had done the intro to the Haunted Burrow, which starts with Opal Goodbody over here, and it really doesn't take more than a few minutes. All right, so he's going to go in there, and we're going to find him in each of the rooms. So this is not a big deal, given you know, the walkthrough that I had put on the channel here a few days ago. So first we got cobweb creeping, basement, yeah, and attic. So out of muscle memory, I'm going to hit attic up first, just because that's what I do. And of course, again, I took a right and just went straight down the hall until I couldn't go any farther, and I took another right, and this is the correct door to the attic. And there he is, hiding behind the crates. Not very well. Oh, he does not think it's scary. You're killing me, man. You're killing me. What a grump Scrooge Hobbit thing. Bah humbug to you too, man. Or whatever it is for Halloween. Okay, let's jump over to the cobweb. Now, we could hit up the creeping wing by itself through that, just on the other side of the bookcase. But because we've got to go through the cobweb wing, on your way out of it, you're going to go into the creeping wing. So there's really no point in going straight to the creeping wing. All right, here he is, standing in all of his boldness. The webs are all right, I suppose. But it's not frightening at all. Oh, man, what a killjoy. All right, tough guy. All right, I got you. Creeping wing, what do we got going on? Where is he? So this is really nice that he's right here, because in some parts of this room, yeah, you get jumped out and ghosts grab you and all this horrible stuff. So pretty cool that they put him nice and easy on your way out. Again, not impressed. What a bummer. All right, now the basement. Now I have not checked my secret chest or poorly hidden chest yet. So again, in the basement, you're going to open up the barrel rack to do that. And it would be really cool. All right, guys, like drum roll, okay? Really cool if I pick up my skelly mount here. So there's a small drop chance for a skeleton mount, and it looks like 'tis not for me today. Just trash and a couple of tokens, so that's cool. You never know. My hunter, I got it the very first year I ran it. It was awesome. So, Dynatus, where are you at, man? There's one of the scared hobbits. Where you at, bro? Where you at? Following the normal procedure things. There he is. I should have assumed he was on the way to the door anyway. All right. Yep. Totally not impressed. We're going to find our way out. I would use that skill, but I'm going to save it for its cooldown's sake, just because it's only going to take me like... The induction for that thing takes so long that if you're already in the basement, it's really not worth using. Just pop on out, and you're good to go. All right, tough guy, killjoy, whatever. Tough hobbit. I look forward to disproving with you the scary stories. Oh, one of those. All right, dude. Whoa. Check out this guy. This guy's in all of the get up. Now that outfit looks familiar, that shirt. I think I ran that when I was in Moria for a good chance, but I dyed it, I think, white and green. So let's see what he's got going on here. Can I not... He's a stout axe. That's pretty cool. I thought I could inspect people's costumes, but apparently, oh, there it is. There it is. It's been a while since I played, so I'm a little rusty. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, level 35. I wore that with like a green for the longest time. Looks like he's got a bucket festival mask, but he dyed it black. That's why I didn't recognize it right away. So that's one neat thing about the game is, you know, you have all these different options. By the time you die and do some pretty cool stuff, you never know what you're going to end up with, and you've got a character looking pretty unique. There is one I took a screenshot of and put it up on Facebook that she looked like the Brady Bunch, and it was, in my opinion, way too modern. I wasn't thrilled with it, but you know, most of the stuff is pretty kind of a true to period, if that's a thing we can say about a fantasy world. Generally speaking, the outfit's pretty cool with it. So, all right, Esmeralda's dancing. Looks like she's dancing her little hobbit heart out, and we are to encourage the bashful festival goers to dance. Come on, guys, get down with your bad hobbit selves. And look, you know, no secret here. I don't dance, ever. I will slow dance with my wife, but that is, and I do it horribly, and that is as far as it goes. So, you know what? I'm kind of being a bit hypocritical here. Come on, guys, get down with your bad selves. Get up there, get jiggy with it. Do all the hobbit thing that you need to do here. Where are these guys hiding at? All right, there's some over here by the ale tent. Come on, dude, go dance. There's a eligible bachelorette over there waiting for your company, bro. All right, there we go. So let's go bring Esmeralda the bad news that nobody wanted to dance with her. Use the time to creatively express yourself. So I don't even know like what dances I have on this character. Emotes. Now you can just type / whatever, but I knew that there's different different dances. So dance number 3. Ooh, look at that. That is something else. Elvish, maybe? Something? Looks a bit elvish. Twinkle toes. Definitely twinkle toes. I'm loving it. Screenshot. Oh, my keys are sticking. So, in case you didn't know, F12 removes your UI, and F11 will take a screenshot. And I think I've got, like, you know, coffee or something in there, and it's hitting both. You can see that over here. So, all right, finish that with Esmeralda and Camilla. Camilla Boffin is where? Let's see. Take a look at the map real quick. Should be right in front of us. There she is. Camellia. Sorry, Camilla. Camellia. All right. So this is cool. This quest, I do remember this one. This is a lot like the keg quest in the Yule Festival. So we're going to go down and get an empty tub, an extra tub for the Bobbing for Apples event. And then we've got to get it before the bobbers-to-be spot me. And there's probably some rhyme or reason that I didn't read there, but let's go check it out. So I know that, and you can see up here on your mini-map, this is the key here. You see those eyes, basically, that, and there's multiple different quests that feature this. When you see that eye, that's what you want to avoid. Now, right now, I don't think it's a big deal if I get spotted because I don't have the tub. But here we go. Oh, check out all these deeds. Specialization. All right, man. New character. Yeah, so I completed all these on my main, so I'm probably not going to go hardcore in trying to get that title. But yeah, I closed that kind of quick. So if you're new to the game in general, so this is a deed. And once you complete a portion of it, or you enter an area or so on, it will pop up. And so far, I completed the Rattling Bones quest in the Haunted Burrow. So each of these quests that I complete, once I get them all done, I will get the title. That little pink represents a title. The title is the Burrower. And so you get that if you complete it all. All right, so we're going to try to sneak up the hill with our apple tub. back up to the Bobbing for Apples area, right next to In League and the Ale Association, which I had said in my last video we would do an In League run. So maybe after this stream we'll end it, I'll take a break and maybe we'll do an In League run. But I feel like if you're going to do an In League run and basically it's a pub crawl, I feel like I need to get some drinks to match in real life. So we'll see. All right. Does she want me to do another one? I thought so. All right, so it looks like the tub is out here past the apple trees. How fitting. There's a bobber to be. So again, apparently I can walk up to him without the tub and he could care less, but he is patrolling around. For some reason he wants to catch me with the tub, and it looks like there's a couple of them here, so it might be a little trickier doing it this way, doing this one in this direction. So, and again, I'm just hitting my map, and of course you can spin your character to point in the direction that you're going. So if I want to know where I need to go, I can just kind of turn, make sure I'm facing the right direction, and then it should be right in front of me. Save some time from wandering around aimlessly lost. Alright, let's get this spin now. So sometimes when you carry something in the game, that you'll see a timer here, and this blue will actually start to decrease. What's nice about these is that that's not the case. Excuse me, that's not the case. Probably because you are just trying to avoid these guys and just trying to keep up with the shenanigans. I'm pretty close here. Hopefully he doesn't see me. Right there. Yeah. Ooh, yep, that was close, I think, there. Alright, sneak back up behind. Ta-da! Finish. Alright, so I'm going to head back to bingo. I'm going to close this Spirited Harvest, so this kind of racks up the more quests you do. I got to do 10. We'll take a look at that later, so I'll definitely be hitting it. So let's head back to bingo. Again, we're on part 1. So frightful tales to curl your toes. Curl the hair on your toes. All right, again, we're talking hobbits, hairy feet. All right, so we're gonna help them with a little spooky research, and I believe that's gonna take us up to the Great Smiles. Oh darn! I think I remember that this might be a problem, and I didn't think this through. Yeah, look at that horse, though. This is the horse for buying one of the expansions for Mordor. Let's hover over the name here. The Steed of the Alliance of Third Age. Pretty cool. It doesn't really fit a lot of the characters, but I just thought rolling in, it'd be true to the character here. And go with that. All right, so I'll show you where the Great Smiles is, and we will Smeals, whatever. We're going to give it a shot, and if it won't let me in, I may just jump over to another character real quick that I haven't run this on this year, that I know should be able to enter, and we'll go from there. I'll try to crack out these other ones really quick, or maybe we'll just jump to the second page, or second portion. I feel like we might miss too much. I don't know, let's play it by ear. But anyway, if you look at your map, you have the hill, and that's where we're at, the party tree. And let me move this out of the way. You can see Tuckborough is here, and the Great Smiles, whatever, is in the Tuckborough. So it's really just a short jog to get up there. I saw some people in the world chat that were kind of weirded out that they had to go so far to do this. It wasn't like right there, but it really isn't far. I'm going to grab this guy real quick because he's blue. So now I've discovered that location. So the problem that I'm speaking of is to enter the library, which is where we need to go, in the Great Smeals. You have to be friend, I believe, friend reputation. So some guys were talking about that in the chat, in the world chat the other day. So I may not be able to get in, and that's going to be a real bummer. I should have prepped for that, thought of that, and done this on a different character. So my apologies. But really nice area, very hobbity. And these guys are the cranky ones, the Tooks, right? They're just a little bit different. So as you quest through the Shire, you'll get kind of an appreciation for who they are and old Took and that. All right, there's the library. Please. Oh, it let me in. So what? What was the guy talking about? Because I am not friends with anybody because I've just started this character. That's fantastic. So whatever myth you heard, it might be clear here. All right. So she wants us to search the bookshelves for a scary book. Okay. And I'm not sure if it matters. I think it was on this one last time. It could be random. It's probably just like the third one you check. Yeah, I think it's just going to be the third one because last time I think it was that other one there. All right, I found a book that I thought looked scary. And Bingo wants to see it. Now, of course, you could blow mithril coins on this and pop over to him. But if you're new to the game and, you don't have like, Bill Gates' wallet, I really don't recommend burning through the mithril coins for that purpose. I save I do it every once in a while. I'll do it. But I save it for times when, it's really difficult. And this is just really not one of those times. If it's going to save me 20 minutes, a half an hour of fighting through mobs, or I'll tell you where they're really useful is Moria. As you fight your way back into a dark corner somewhere in Moria, those mithril coins are pretty nice to get you pulled out to turn your quest in. Yeah, just a beautiful night at the Shire. You can see the party tree up there all lit up. That's just awesome. I love the graphic updates that they did for this. I don't know how it's looking as a streamed video. I'm sure they lower the quality. Yeah, it just really, really beautiful. It's a bit laggy. Some of that's probably my PC. I'm not running an amazing rig. I've got like 8 gigs of RAM. I can't remember the video card. It's actually my son's PC. I'm stealing it. So it's not like top of the line by any means, but the lag is typically from the festival. I don't usually lag unless I'm in this area. And actually, first couple of days, this place was so packed, and there's a good amount of people here, but it was packed even more than this. So it is nice to see it thin out just a little bit. All right, Bingo, got you what you're looking for here, bud. All right, I gave him the scary book, so let's follow the one storyline, Roman numeral 1, A Night for Ghost Stories. Talk to Bingo. What's his name? Oh. All right, so this is a solo quest. We're going to travel to an instance. So this is going to take us out of the world for a minute and into a specific instance. All right, we got a real scary stories you can tell in the dark vibe going on here. Got a whole slew of boffins. Some of them we have met. Some of them we have not. Fosco Boffin. Love it. All right. All right, I'm going to get off my horse because I feel rude. And can I sit? I can. All right. So we're gonna just join in here. Let me get a little closer to that fire. I get scared, and the fire helps me feel safe. I said sit. Okay, there he goes. All right. So this is a perfect night to share spooky stories. So this is one of those quests you want to do with some hot cider, hot cocoa, whatever. Choose one of the boffins to tell a scary story. So who shall we choose? Everybody gets a ring. You get a ring. You get a ring. Everybody gets a ring. You know what? Fosco, you just got a heck of a name. I'll read it. I'll read it. Just for the sake of it, I'll read it. We got to get in the vibe here, right? Okay, so here we go. This is Fosco's story. Odo Grubb was the finest fisherman the Shire had ever seen, and none who cast their lines today can hope to rival his skill, nor should they, if they believe the tale I am about to tell. I believe it, for it is surely true. Odo's name was known far and wide through the Shire in his day, and it seemed he could find fish in any body of water. Not just fish, but fish of a size you would hardly have expected. Where most hobbits would just pull minnows, of middling size off their hooks. Odo could cast into the river and take from it fish of incredible beauty, their rainbow scales glittering, creatures of a size that no hobbit had ever drawn before. So skilled was he that he dared clamber into a boat of his own making and fish far from the banks, which was very unusual for hobbits of his day, and indeed remained so. Yeah, just ask Frodo's parents. Anyway, spoilers. Yet it also proved unwise, for there came a day when a great behemoth of a fish seized his line and pulled his boat rapidly along with the current. Most hobbits would have dropped their rod and rowed to safety, but Odo had a reputation to uphold. He braced himself against the sides and held on to the rod for dear life. "I will make you mine," he proclaimed to the great fish as it pulled him along. "I will be the victor in this contest, or my name is not Odo Grubb, Master Fisherman." The battle lasted for days, and the mighty fish pulled Odo's boat far from the Shire and into lands unknown to all hobbits. At last, consumed by hunger and weariness, Odo released his hold on the fishing rod, and it flew up out of the boat and into the water. "I give up," he said, to no one as his boat slowed from its rapid pursuit. He picked up the oars and prepared to begin the long journey homeward. Then something bumped into the underside of his boat, and the oars broke from their locks and fell into the water. But his rapid journey southward continued. "What is happening?" he cried aloud and peered over the side into the water below. The great fish had not left him, but remained, pushing the boat on its southward course. "Where are you taking me?" Odo demanded, but the fish did not respond. This continued for many days, until Odo was faint with hunger. He collapsed in the base of his boat and once again wondered when the great fish would let him go. "Did you bring me here just to let me die?" he cried aloud, too weak to even shake his fist at the cruel skies. Then he heard a splash, and another. Small fish were leaping from the water and landing in his boat. What luck!" he gasped, and grabbed them with both hands. He ate them raw and wriggling. Yeah, okay. Which he would have found distasteful back home, but on this terrible day, he was glad for the unexpected gift. His vigor renewed, Odo was now strong enough to keep watch from the front of his boat, and that is how he saw the great sea approaching, and the river's end. The boat slowed, and the great fish halted its pushing. It lifted up its great head from the water, and Odo saw that the creature was not alone. There were fish of every imaginable size and shape surrounding his boat. "What do you want?" he asked. As Odo surveyed the vast variety of the diverse species that surrounded him, he found that he recognized every type of fish. At one point or another in his esteemed career, he had caught at least one of each of these types, and in some cases many. "You hold me responsible?" he whispered. "You came for me? You came for revenge?" The fish stared at him with their bulbous eyes, their gills working silently just beneath the surface of the water. But you fed me. Why keep me alive?" There was no response from the silent assembled, but suddenly they moved as one. Hundreds of fish pressed against the sides and bottom of Odo's boat, and the silvery rainbow multitude forced the boat from the fresh waters of the river into the salt of the great sea, dying as they went. And so Odo Grubb paid the price for his success. Give a thought to him on the night, floating in the great sea far away, never to return. Yeah, I don't know about scary. I fish, so, All right, nice try, Fosco. Yeah, it was neat. Yeah, all right. He's still out there. Kill the names here for a second. Floating on the waves in the moonlight. I don't doubt it for a second. Bingo had the same thought I did. Well, that was certainly something. Who should go next? All right, so I'm just going to be straight up. I'm not going to read the next one. If you guys do like that, put something in the comments. I can read more of the quests as I do these streams. But that took a fair bit of time, so I don't want to ramble on. Nonsense. These stories are all rubbish. Is that? Yep, Dynadus. There we go. All right. I'm tempted to read this one because I feel like it's worth reading, but okay, all right. So I'm just going to give the gist of it. I don't see any comments saying read, please read, so we're just going to go with it here. But basically, there's shoes that make hobbits dance, and that's why they don't wear shoes. So we're going to continue the quest, and that's why hobbits never wear shoes. Kill the UI here. That can't be true. Esmeralda thinks it might be. Dude, you're such a bummer. I mean, straight up killjoy. Not gonna lie. Oh boy. There's the shoes. Now, I mean, they've got to be pretty big shoes. I mean, hobbits have big feet, right? All right, Dynadus. Let's see what happens here. Put your money where your mouth is. Oh, it's Esmeralda. Well, we know she likes to dance anyways, right? She's not afraid to dance. Cozy little fire time. Oh, okay, so Priska's mom. I didn't pay enough attention. Let's see what happens here. I'm in her way, but it's going to have to work. There she goes, dancing away. And there it is. Alright, let me help. Not sure how reaching into the fire is going to help, but let me help. Can't get the shoes off. They're stuck. Dynadus, yeah, finally got it. There he goes. Took off running. Let's see what was up here. Oops, UI's off. What fun. Okay, yeah, so she was acting all along. Oh, there's a reference to the Frost Bluff Theater, which is to our winter festival, which is really nice. It's kind of a neat feature. All right, all good fun here. We're going to shut down the instance. Told some ghost stories in the creepy woods at night. It's pretty brave for hobbits, if you ask me. It's a goblin. Where are we? Oh, Greenfields, okay. So for reference, we're here, and we were over here, so we must have been reading stories here in Binbull Wood. So normally when I do this, I'm way over level, but unfortunately these guys actually are pretty high level compared to where I'm at, and that's not necessarily, not high level, but you know, they're gonna see me and want to fight me, and my gear is all starter gear crap with no jewelry, so we'll see. Alright, I gotta find Dynadus because he went running off. Scaredy cat. All tough guy, all talk. Let's get on the horse here. Oh yeah, he's a bit of a jog there. Nice night for a stroll through the woods, so yeah. Oh, yep, I'm in combat. Just gonna want to kind of keep running here. I just don't feel like messing with it. We're here for festivities, not violence. Cranky goblin. Come back on my hunter and one-shot ya. So trick, if you're ever out questing, right, and you're trying to avoid that kind of stuff, combat, stay to the roads. It's not always a guarantee, but that less mobs spawn around the road. So a lot of times you can just enjoy your ride without having to worry about it. Any kind of combat. Of course, in this case, we can't stay on the road. So here we go, off trail. I'll end up fighting something sooner or later, but still, holy bears, holy bears. Too far. I went too far. The bears distracted me. There's Dynatus. Alright, bruh. Let's pop it. Let's do a shield and a yell. And that does a little bit of heal. I can't remember. It's been years since I've done any kind of oh, I'm terrible. What a pathetic warden. I'll let him run away before I revive. So I have not looked at my gambits in a very long time, but what I should have started out with was a shield. And this isn't really a warden tutorial, so I won't get into that. But if you take a look at your gambits here, you've got quick thrusts, you know, so on. So these are the ones that build your gambits, and the actual gambits are over here. So if I'd have done like a shield, that's the last one I did before I died. It would have upped my block rating, plus done a little bit of damage. This is the first one I tried, and yeah, so it ups my mitigations. I'm going to take less damage, plus it does some damage. And this is the one I was really looking for. So shield, spear, that's going to give me a better block rating, but also it's going to start healing me. And so that's a self-heal. That's a nice one there. So I'll keep that in mind, especially when I'm crap gear. I'm not going to be able to just strong arm these guys. Alright, so I found him. Oops, I didn't read that. I have no idea what we're doing. He dropped, he must have seen something. He dropped it. I've got to go back and check it out. So let's see what might have scared him along the way, shall we? Couldn't have possibly been all these friggin' bears. I do a lot of backpacking, and I'm just saying, like, you know, bears are something you're always kind of watching for. You're not terrified of, but you just, you know, you keep your eyes open. And if I saw a ton of bears, like that many bears, I'd be a little freaked out. However, this would probably freak me out way more. Holy cow. I don't blame him for running. This guy's ripped, too. Look at that. He looks like William Dafoe as the Green Goblin. Jeez. Alright, dude. I should have read that. I should have read that. I get in such a habit of grinding, I just kind of pop through, right? Alright, let's avoid the bears. I cannot revive again. Oh, I heard that. Alright, I got this one. I got this one. Come at me, bro. No? He's stuck in a rock? Here he comes. So we're going to do shield and spear and gambit for a heal. And we're just going to keep repeating this. There we go. And you can see it does a slow dot heal, or hot heal over time, which is nice. You know, it takes a little bit of time. Children, this is why we get good gear, so, you know, it doesn't hurt. Alright. Like, why do I need gear? I'm doing the festival, right? Yeah, surprise. Alright, so they want me to check this out. We need to find out what's really going on here, because we saw some weird, creepy stuff out there, and it was definitely not Bilbo Baggins' work. Alright, if I remember right, I come up around. So the way the trees move with the shifting light, like if it was subtle, it makes sense. But man, sometimes that's like weird dramatic shifts. Oh, I'm jumping ahead. Oh, there they are. Cool. All right, thanks guys. It's not here. It's gone. I'm disappointed. I want to see William Defoe, man. All right, climb the hill and look for signs of the apparition. So I'm going to come around. It might have been quicker to go up the other way. All right, so we got some ruins up here. Definitely looks like a place I'd see a ghost, you know. But nothing. I'm just going to jump down here. Oh, and I didn't break my leg. So, little tip, if you jump and like run and jump or whatever, you're going to definitely be more likely to break your leg. But if you do a gentle drop, you may hit some of the structure on your way down and prevent a broken leg. You just never know. Like this guy. Did you see that? Amazing. All right, finished now. Basically, we have no idea what happened, all right? And bingo's all the way down over by the party tree. All right, we're gonna do it. Ignite. You know what? Here we go. Mithril coin. I'm popping it. It's gonna happen. It was for your sake, not mine. Okay. So before I talk to him again, I'm gonna jump over and talk to Rosa and turn in my spirited harvest real quick here. Alright, so I've done that once out of the 3 times, working on Bountiful. Alright, oh, here we go. 24 Falls Festival tokens. Now, I gotta say, honestly, you can probably get that many just running your burrow quests and do it in a lot less time, but, you know, kind of a neat, cute little story, very much within the Shire and all that. So cool. Alright, well, while we're at it, let's go for this part 2. We'll get another 24 tokens. Oh, the lag. Oh, the horrible lag. Alright, so that looks like the steed of the Maladrim, the Mirkwood Elves. Not Thranduil, but the ones in southern Mirkwood or northern Mirkwood. Anyway, the first Mirkwood area when you're level 60. So that's cool. Alright, we're going to take the pony to Mistweed. Mistweed. Yeah, alright. We're going to take the pony to Westmead, and this is the zone. It's only open during the Fall Festival. You can't get here when the Fall Festival is not active. So, of course, we've got the full moon and the creepy vines and trees and all that happy stuff, which is clearly suspicious of this place. I have no idea why. All right, so we're going to go around, talk away. All right, so we're gonna go around and talk to a couple people here. I'm gonna remove this just so it doesn't mess with my guide. I want to be able to actually use my guide. Oh, so there's no map for Westmead. I remember that now. So you're not going to be able to pop open a map and see where you need to go. So Angelica Boffin is by the ponies over here. Oh, so I mentioned this Skelly Mount earlier, and that's what this guy is, the white one on the left. So this is this rare drop that you can get from the Haunted Burrow, and it's just completely by chance. The green one, last I knew, was a store exclusive. It's been years since I've really played those, so he may be available somewhere else, but I'm going to guarantee you he's probably from Mithril Coins. Now, there is a red variation that is a rare drop from a loot box, and I have 2 of those actually. I'm not sure if they still drop from them or not, but so I have 2 out of the 3. I have the white and the red. I do not have the green because I'm cheap. All right, Barrelac. On the edge of the maze. If I would read the directions, that would be cool. So we have a corn maze, and I'm quite ready to leave. This is quite terrible. Does not seem terribly enjoying. All right. So all in all, maybe not the coolest thing they ever did. By the tables, right? These are the tables. Oh, is that? No, that's begonia. Did I lose my mind? I think I've gone crazy. Oh, is it these tables? Yeah, there she is. Well, you know, there's a lot of other tables. Okay, we're going to pick up spider pie. Oh, and carry it to her. Okay. I thought the pie was there. So in one of the quests of Westmead, I pick up the pie. It sobers me up, okay? So I don't know how blackberry sobers you up, but apparently blackberry can sober you up. And that pie is good. So freshly baked pie. So if it's a spider pie, I mean, I don't see like spiders crawling out of it or anything. I don't know. I'm not sure I'm buying it. Yeah, he's a little turned off here. So he seems he was mistaken. He wanted nothing more than to dig into one of those pie. But the smell makes my mouth water. But the closer you look, you can plainly see the pie was filled with spiders. Disgusting. I feel like it wasn't, though. Right? I feel like maybe it was like... You ever see those chocolate chip cookies where they make chocolate chip cookies and you take the toothpick when the chocolate chips are still wet? And, you know, you do the thing and it looks like spider legs? I feel like it was something like that. But I could be wrong. Alright, so here we have this misted path. Here's Marigold Boffin. Really feeling the creepy here. And again, she's not impressed. But I am an adventurer, and I am going to go down the path. I walk along the path for time, but the fog is thick and I may have gotten turned around. So much so that I believe I'm at the opposite. Oh geez, excuse my yawns. I should have made some coffee. So much so that I believe I'm at the opposite end. Yep, here we go. I'm back up by the spider pie people. Okay. That was productive. Let's go talk to Marigold again. All right, bingo. What was his name? Oh, I'm sorry. You know, so some of these Hobbit names are really clever, you know, and I know Tolkien chose some really unique and kind of strange names for the Hobbits, but bingo. Oh. Alright, we're going to part this fog. So let's remove this. Talk to Wallerick, Goldworthy, and Mistweed. Mistweed. Yeah. Weed Mist? No, that sounds like something else entirely. Alright, here he is. Part in the fog, find a location, move some original fences and debris. Hear that snarling? Jeez. Alright, so I'm honestly a little... I did this, but I don't completely remember. But there's like some old building or something where he had moved the debris. And I thought it was this one. But so what I'm doing is I'm hitting the delete key. If you're new to the game, if you are new to the game, the delete key will help you select a clickable item nearby, a usable item. So It's really handy if you're looking for something and you're not quite sure where it's at. It'll highlight yellow for you on, oh darn it, I went too far. Oh, I just ran over all of their food on the table. Sorry guys. Horse hooves in your apple pie. Alright, let's give it a shot. Let's try again. Sit over here. Find the location, move some of the original fences and found debris. So, original fence. I mean, there's just kind of debris everywhere. Just delete key, delete key, delete key until something selects. Delete key. It's not in this little cemetery here, is it? There's a black cat that hangs out at this cemetery. A real Pet Cemetery vibe. It'll mess with you. So again, this wasn't meant to be a, oh there we go, an amazing tutorial, but just kind of walking through here. So here we go, wooden sign, let's pick it up. Ooh, creepy. So we have a wooden sign that was meant to say Cleary's Acres. Well, let me not select it. But of course it says Erie Acres. Well, I'd say. It's getting creepier by the minute, guys. I mean, now granted, I've taken characters through Garth Argoin. You know, the blood swamp with like water ghosts that are made out of like blood water. So this isn't exactly that terrifying. Alright, man. Time to go over to Wallerick again. Whoops. I am directionally challenged. I'm going to run circles. Check this guy out. Parting Fog. Back to bingo. I love these quests where you bounce back and forth from one person to the next. They just feel great. It's probably cooler if you read it and really get into the story, which I should be doing. I just feel like we'll be here for hours if I do that. What? Mickle Delving. Okay. This is way better on a hunter, by the way, because I could just port right over there. Alright. You know what? I'm going to use the Mithril coin just for you guys. It's not hard to get to Mickle Delving. Basically, you just leave Westmead, right? And then we are up here at the party tree. Once you leave Westmead, you're just going to travel down. You can cut across, you know, country and kind of go this way, or you can take the roads. Either way, it works. So, here we are, Mickle Delving. Mayor Will Whitfoot. Bromberg Foxtail. He's the guy. Of course, we've got our guide up here, so I should be paying attention to that. But I believe he's the guy from the Matham Society. There's not a lot of foxtails in the game. He stands out to me. So I believe he's up here. Nope, come on. Alright, here we go. Talk to the postmaster. Don't break, don't break, don't break my achy, breaky knees. Thank you. I did not break my knees. Now this is a nice feature. You right click and hands free, he's going to walk right up to him. That was not originally in the game when I started. Alright. Postmaster Proudfoot. He's going to help me. Oh, I remember this. Yeah, okay, so this is kind of cool. And this is where, like, so I know I've been rushing through and not reading everything, and I'm still not going to read everything. But what's really interesting here is we're starting to build a story. So we have this Westmead Acres that was meant to be a haunted house, but for some, or a haunted, festival thing. But there's also some other really creepy stuff going along on the outside as well. So here he has, we're going to go through a box of old letters. Down in the bottom of the postmaster's basement. Thank you kindly, sir. A little self-conscious there, buddy. That's cool. All right, let's go in first person here for this because it's kind of a tiny room. All right, there's the letters. I'll return in a few minutes. All right, let's read a forgotten letter, shall we? Do I have to zoom out? Yeah, here we go. It won't let me zoom out. But dear Mr. Cleary, I hope I am not intruding, but I wish to write you this note of thanks. I had a delightful visit with you, and I'm already looking forward to ours of next week. As I promised, I will bring some fresh produce from my father's garden. You will not believe the crunch of our carrots. They're truly something. Carrots got the crunch. Crunch, crunch. When next I visit, I will help you clean the weeds out of your own garden. I know it sounds like a lot of work, but I find gardening to be very rewarding. That is the most hobbit thing I've ever heard. Very sincerely yours, Ivy Redsmith. So sounds like we've got sweethearts. I think Ivy's got a thing here for Mr. Cleary. I'm going to read another letter. Dear Mr. Cleary, here she goes again. Thank you once again for another lovely visit. What now? Is there ghosts? I hope you don't feel too badly about what your neighbors have been saying. They seem a poor lot, mean-spirited and unwelcoming. Pay no heed to their insults, and I will not either. Looking forward to our next visit, Ivy Redsmith. Okay. So there's several of these that we read through, and it kind of helps build this story. It's kind of nice. It builds some depth. Dear Mr. Cleary, the winter has been very bad, hasn't it? I'm sorry to tell you that the weather must keep me at home. I cannot visit this week. Can you imagine Corona? But I promise to bring some soap and towels with me when next I visit. I think she's assuming he hasn't taken away a bath. Oh, I will scrub away the mean things your neighbors wrote on your fence in no time. I bet she assumed he just wasn't taking baths. Warm regards, even in the cold. Of course, Ivy Redsmith. All right, another forgotten letter. Where's the text? Oh, here we go. Dear Mr. Cleary, has it already been 2 months? I cannot believe it, but I know it is so. Oh, our ghost is moving. I have never seen snow like this. It began as a winter's lark, but now I'm sorry I've not been able to visit. There is no sign of the weather's improvement, and my family's worries deepen every day. I promise I will see you as soon as the winter ends. Waiting to see the sun again, Ivy Redsmith. Alright, so we've got a nasty winter. So we've got some friends, neighbors that were mean, writing graffiti and stuff. She was going to come help scrub them off. It's the winter came. It was a nasty one. She's not able to travel. Let's see where we're at now. Dear Mr. Cleary, they say this terrible winter might soon be done, though they have said this before. Coronavirus, sorry. I hope this time they are right, for it has taken its toll on my family and on my friends. Our food is nearly gone. They say it will be a time of famine unless something can be done. Do not think I am being forward, but I'm worried for you, Halson. Ooh, first name. Your home was in no state to weather such a winter as we have had. I hope your neighbors at last showed you kindness. Could they have given you shelter, shared their food, and found warmth in their hearts for you? I hope they have. They would be cruel hobbits indeed if they have not. Are my letters being delivered? I've heard no word from you for more than a year, Halson. That is a long winter. You could not possibly have stayed in your home this whole time. Could you? Worried, hungry, and afraid for you. Your dear friend, Ivy Redsmith. All right, so I think we can start piecing together what's going on here. So we've got a shut-in, no idea what happened to him during that long winter, although, given the spirit of Halloween, I think we can take some guesses. Yes, sir, found everything we needed. Thank you, Postmaster. Oh, he looks like such a sweet old man, but that voice does not fit that at all. The gall of some folk. All right, so talk to Clem. See, that's a nice voice. And we're gonna go back to Westmead and talk to Bingo. And I can't use the thing, the mithril coins. That's all right. I was gonna go broke anyway. So what I can do, however, is jump on the find the stable master, and we can ride over to Hobbin. That ought to do the trick. So at some level, the warden gets a fast running skill, and I tell you what, I would really love that right now. So my hunter has the fast run skill, and I often have coffee in his inventory. So I'm typically cruising around pretty quick, and these guys walk slow. All right, so I did visit it, so I should be able to travel. Now it's not a fast travel, swift travel. So it's really not that big of a difference between what we would have done on our own anyway. Other than I can sit back here. You hear my desk creaking like crazy. But I can sit back here and just kind of chill, which is cool. As we ride through the beautiful evening through the Shire. So I don't know who all's watching and if you're familiar with the game or just familiar with Tolkien. Or neither, but I just have a deep appreciation for this game and what they've done with Tolkien's work. I believe, and you can fact check me on this, but I believe that the epic story alone, so you have these random quests per area, and then you have an epic story that takes you eventually through the main story of Lord of the Rings and the destruction of the ring and all of that. But early on, they spend time kind of branching out quite a bit, and they use the appendices and some references here and there that they have the rights to set up a framework, and then they totally flesh out a story based off of that. That of course can't be considered canon. I think but nonetheless is really interesting and really neat. And so you spend the bulk of the early game fleshing out the story in Angmar. But at any rate, the first portion of the epic story, the writing and the reading, if you go through and read all of the quests, I read somewhere, that it actually has more text, more words, than the book, The Fellowship of the Ring. So these guys have really put in a lot of work in fleshing out this world and not letting it be over, in the blink of an eye. And there's some criticism for them doing that, kind of taking that creative license to add or to fluff up, kind of fill in the gaps. But the reality is that, Tolkien alluded that there was so much more going on in other places, even if that wasn't the focal point of the story. And so the game gets to go into those extra areas as well as the main area, and just do a really nice job at fleshing that out. All right, and of course, the festivals are a bit of a stretch, but they're festivals. I mean, it's fine. All right, bingo. What do we got? None but one. All right, so we're going to go talk to Dynadus. He is in Westmead. Did we talk to him already? Do I know where he might be? There's a bunch of boffins over here. Oh, that darn wood on the ground. No, Griffo. I feel like he's kind of that guy that might be off on his own. Nope, there he is. I thought maybe he'd be out by the water, and I just didn't realize it. All right, Dynadus. What's going on, Calebi? Why do you have that look on your face? I explained Bingo's idea that a ghost is responsible for the haunting of Westmead, and that he wants you and Dynadus to travel through the woods to the Cleary farm to dispel the curse. Dynadus laughs, but then his smile drains away. You're serious? Oh no, Calebi. Is there no way to get out of this? I shared my secret to you in confidence. I do not fear nothing. I fear everything. But if I tell my cousin Bingo the truth, he will know my secret and I'll be revealed as a liar. But if I don't tell him, I'll have to brave the spooky forest and risk the ghostly curse. This is terrible. Well, there's nothing for it, I suppose. Oh, I love it. That is a straight out of Sam Wise Gamgee quote. Well, there's nothing for it, I suppose. The path is foggy, so you should pick up the torch and use it to light the way. I will be right behind you, but I'm not happy about it. All right, so here's our torch. And let's walk down and look for some ghosts, shall we? See a marigold. Okay. And there's Dynadus. We both have our torches. Suppose we have to keep going. Pretty creepy. Ooh, goosebumps, man. Telling you. Alright, so we've got an old abandoned building here. Eerie Acres. Previously Cleary Acres. You better check it out. Yeah, okay. Alright, dude. I can't open the door. The cellar door appears to be unlocked. The forest encroaches upon the rear of the farmhouse. No one rests upon this side of the porch, if anyone ever did. Oh, a cellar door. I don't know if you guys have seen the movie about Tolkien, and that emphasis on cellar door, and if you say it in such a way, it just sounds like it has a totally different meaning. Cellar door. And it sounds better if you have a British accent. I'm not even going to try. But I get it. I hear it in my head. So there's that. This is creepy, man. This is the real haunted burrow. Not going to lie. Okay. Feel like I'm missing something? It's Green Eyes from the Scary Stories. I don't see it. Okay. Oh. Longo Proudfoot trapped in his larder. So is this other stories if we had been able to read them all, maybe? That's creepy, dude. Yeah, I know, it's starting to get to me too, kid. Ah, the fish story. There he is. That's a carp. Nice. So it looks like I want to go over there, but it's not going to let me. So I've got to go through this oddly creepy tunnel that leads to where I want it to be. Okay. Alright. Everything's locked in here. Until he's ready to go. So there's no rushing it. Okay, weird. It's just stairs. But okay. Alright, dude. So let's walk up these stairs. They feel like they go something peculiar. Wait a second. What was that? That looked like Gondor. Creepy. Is that shrew? Hopefully it's not the one I stomped in the spring festival. Crystals. There's a nice map of Middle Earth there. A wicker chair. Something peculiar about, yeah, I think we said that already. Oh. So what's this now? Oh, I did not recognize it. I recognized it, but can't put my finger on it. It's a map of Rohan. Huh. Holy cow, how did you do that? I think Dinidus is the ghost, man. That was creepy. Oh boy, I think we know what happened to Mr. Cleary. Dude. Morbid, are you serious? I thought this was a kid's game. And the random laughing? Dude. Yeah, I mean, obviously not prepared for winter, but are you awake, sir? Yeah, no, no, duh. No, duh. He's dead. He is dead. Must be. Oh, there he is. William Defoe. Take a step back here so we can see what's going on. Are you the ghost of Howson Cleary? Now notice it's got a question mark. There's a question mark after his name, so is it really? He knows his story anyway. look at, we got a brood of boffins. A whole brood of boffins. All right, bingo. All right, I'm going to read through some of this here. I did some thinking, Caleb, and I decided I could not let you and young Dinah just face this danger alone. So I set my misgivings aside and prepared to follow the two of you. And don't you know it, but my other cousins had much the same idea. Something about this spirit story strikes me as quite suspicious. I think we should get to the bottom of it, and at once. If it weren't for you and those meddling kids. He says he doesn't believe you are House and Cleary at all. I've read a number of scary stories to celebrate the season. And this is simply not how otherworldly spirits behave. Look at this guy, Googled a bunch of stuff, No, you are something else. I told you he's William Dafoe from Spider-Man. He's the Goblin. You're well read for one of the Hole Dwellers. The skulking ire, and I speak for he who no longer can. Sauron, maybe? Or no, is he speaking for Halsin? Just downright bad neighbors. I mean, that is kind of tragic, not going to lie. Well, we know he had one, right? Okay, what am I doing here? Passing out? Oh, I'm passing out letters. We read these already, so we know what they say. Miss Ivy Redsmith. Last one. And so they're reading them all out loud, telling that spirit what for. I love how casual this is, I mean, kind of, right? He's just kind of talking to this ghost. The long winter had been like none the Shire had ever seen. Hobbits died of hunger and cold, even among their friends and families. Ivy Redsmith wanted to help Halsin Cleary, but the winter prevented it. It's a bit stubborn, yeah? Alright, Bingo. Are you onto it? Have you figured it out? Yes, you said. Okay, look, he's walking up, man. We're gonna Scooby-Doo it. It's gonna be old Farmer Maggot underneath there. There are places in the world where evil spirits dwell. Marigold has told me quite a lot about some of them. I have. Such spirits make the land more like themselves just by being there. Strike me as a Barrow-down sort of chap. Ooh, yeah. So, I think you left the Barrow-downs and settled here at Cleary's Acres. But I think you came before you say you did. Hole Dweller. It matters because I think it was your presence that caused Halsin's neighbors to dislike him. What did you say your name was? The Skulking Ire? Dead giveaway, guys. You're more like the Skulking Liar. Look at these hobbits, man. Look at that. Look at that. No, I don't think they are. Alright, so basically this guy moves in, everybody feels the creepiness, and they blame it on Cleary because he's new. They couldn't tell what was up, but they knew something was, right? It was this guy the whole time. So I'm guessing this guy needs the hatred to, he needs them to be fooled so that he exists or can live here? Maybe? That's why he's trying so hard to convince them otherwise. Maybe it's just an ego thing, you know? He can't admit he's really sucky at it. Yeah, you tell him, Bingo. Hobbits won't fall for your tricks any longer. Skulking ire, you. Take your curse with you. There he goes. Took off. Look at that, look at that, look at that. Totally Scooby doing it. Totally Scooby doing it. Except it was actually a ghost. Good job, Dynatus. He faced his fears. Well, anyway, the one. Said he was afraid of everything. Alright, and this should be it. I get my 24 tokens, and boom. We got to the bottom of Westmead and the Curse of Eerie Acres. Got a little bit of a backstory about what's going on. Of course, I didn't read it all, but, you know, you guys can do that. I don't want to spoil everything, right? But just a quick walk around Westmead. I'll show you what's available. We won't run through everything just because of time. But we've got a few quests up here. It looks like, yeah, it looks like there's a bit of an intro. So you're just going to have to talk to some people. They'll give you an introduction to it. Shouldn't take more than a couple of minutes. But basically this guy and she here, Iris and Ermintrude, have quests for you that involve the surrounding area. Some of which, the ones from Ermintrude, are inside the corn maze. The corn maze is a lot like the spring maze. And we can kind of get an overview here. Not enough to cheat, but enough to see what's going on. And you can see that there's an entrance in the front and an exit in the back. One of the things is a race, just like the race to the burrow. You've got to race your way through the maze. The other one is preventing a murder, which I thought was hilarious and really clever wordplay, because it doesn't take much to impress me. But, you know, of course, a group of crows is called a murder. And so preventing a murder is you going around shooing crows so that they don't flock on the corn and eat away the maize. I thought that was clever, not going to lie. And there's some gourds that need picked up as well. So you have a race, and then you have just a couple of go gather these, chase these things away kind of quests. There's also out and about hobbits that are just not feeling the holiday spirit. Look at, you know, arms all crossed. And you're going to run around to those hobbits once you have this quest, and you're going to scare them. Go boo or booga 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 or whatever, depending on what your character does, and try to get them into the spirit. There's also black cats scattered around. We saw one earlier. You're going to walk up to them and capture them for Iris for some reason, and you'll give her the cats. Also, we have Bunce here, who gives you You drink from the Fog Noggin keg. Sounds like a good time, doesn't it? And basically it messes you up in a hurry, and the rest of the quest is you trying to sober up. You drink some coffee-like stuff here, and then you'll jump around here and here. You'll find some ghosts or some hallucinations that pop up, and you just walk right through them, and then eventually you end up over at that tent, and you pick up the blackberry pie, and it will sober you up. Blackberry pie that's so good, just smelling it sobers you up. Pretty good stuff. Also available here are some of your amenities that you have in the main festival area. For example, you have your normal festival trader, Rosa. She's there. And Begonia, who is here to give you the quest for trick-or-treating. So that's an option there as well. And here you'll find the very same horse, looking like horse that took you here, will also take you back to the party tree. All right, I appreciate you guys watching. Of course, you know the drill. Like, subscribe if it's your thing. But I think we'll definitely do some more here in the future. Not sure if I'll hit any tonight, but I do want to do a run through the pub crawl in the near the party tree, and maybe some other festival fun. So, all right, take care and happy hunting.